junior mile races with the girls first, followed by the boys.
Paige, you have the middle school mile record, 4:49, that still holds today.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that mile record is probably going to go down. You know, there's a lot of fast junior girls here running that, so like, I'm excited to see what the new time is going to be.
Yeah, massively inspired, to be honest, watching everyone out here racing their heart out, no pacemakers, no nothing, just going out in proper racing it's pretty incredible.
18 runners in this field with seed times between 4:49 and 5:02. And you can see the numbers on the athletes. Those are the seed time ranked ordered list of how they're stacked up. I love the bib numbers here. You get to see their last names as well on the front and on the back. So some of these emerging athletes, we're going to be seeing them for years to come. They've been working hard and just participating, some of them for the first time in a national race. We have two athletes from the Roadrunner Junior Club that are in this race, Susan Hedengren and Angelina Alder, 7th grade for Susan and 6th grade for Angie Alder. So there's Susan. She is ranked 18th in the race with a 5:02 from Nike Indoor Nationals, and Angie Alder with the victory at Nike Internationals of 4:57. She is a 6th grader.
Brianna Reilly is given the win 4:47.96. Eliza Schwass the same time. They're separated by 10,000 of a second. They both go on to make Zephyrs beat Arbor at 4:49.79 though. And it was Angelina Alder that came through for the third place, 4:52.93. Big PR has to all the top three. 6. Eliza Schwass the same time.
Oh my goodness! You did so well! Yeah! Oh yeah! Woo!
Yeah, that was beautiful. Angie, good job, Angie! Oh, Susan, you killed it. That was a nice slide. Oh. I love you, baby. That was amazing. Oh, you were so tough, Susan. You were ranked last? Little did they know. You just kept moving up. You did not. You followed your plan. You followed your plan. Susan! I started out lost, but I executed my race plan.
Susan Hedengren, 4:57 for the mile, for the junior mile. Coming in, was it 5th place? I'm trying to remember.
I came in 5th place, yeah.
5th place overall. Ranked last coming in, 18th, but finished 5th. So you started out, you know, just very conservative in the back. Tell me about your race plan coming in versus how you executed.
Well, I knew that people were going to go out fast, and I knew that if they went out too fast and they died, I would be able to catch them. So I let people go out, and I stayed in the back. I got a good draft. That was the entire first lap. Second lap, I would pretty much the same thing, but I was kind of passing girls. Third lap, I was like, okay, I can do this. So I went around and I passed a big pack of girls, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stick behind this girl so I still get a draft. And so I was in the chase pack and I was running, and then 4th lap, I just kicked it in. I passed as many girls as I could, and I finished at the 4:57, 5th place.
That's a huge PR, 5-second PR over Nike Indoor Nationals, where you took 4th place there. Tell me about the difference between these two races.
Nike Internationals had way less competition. I was really excited to race with these girls and get the competition that I've needed. And I was so excited when I was coming down the straightaway and I saw I was still under 5.
Now, a couple days before, you were kind of dreading this, like feeling the weight of the pressure, the stress, things like that. And then something switched in your mind. Tell me about that.
I was so scared at the starting line, but as I started the race, I knew that I could do this, and all the hard work and the training that's been into it, I thought it was gonna pay off today, and it did.
Awesome. Now the colorway of your uniform kind of looks like the Brooks. Woo! Tell me about some of the gear you got though.
I got 2 pairs of shoes, I got some t-shirts, I got a quarter zip, and I got leggings and sunglasses and a water bottle backpack.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations today on a 4:57 and a 5th place finish.
Thanks.
Michigan clocking 4:47.96 was Eliza Schwass. And your winner by a mere 0.003 of a second, also clocking 4:47.96 from South Dakota. Put your hands together for Brianna Reilly.
So our junior
Angelina
girls
Alder,
national
6th
champion,
grader,
Reilly,
4:53,
and then
3rd place today,
ready to get some
getting the
hot tips
6th
from
grade
Angie
national
Alder.
record. Angie, tell me about the race.
Hey Brianna,
I
you
was
did so well out there.
kind of
You're
blanked
from
out.
South
I was
Dakota.
kind of in like what they call
Probably
like
don't run in the
flow,
heat
where I
very
like
often,
couldn't
but
hear
you managed
anything.
it really well.
I was
Talk
kind of
us through
focused
the
on the
race.
race.
And what
I
was
was
the
kind
goal?
of in
Was
the
it a
first
PR?
pack, and I
Was
was
it a
kind of in
win?
the back.
Was it everything?
And I was like, I need to move. I see these two girls, and I was like, it's time to go. And like before this race, I was like really confident that it wasn't gonna run because like I stepped on a
You
bee
took
and
the
then got
lead
like
down
a
the
skin
home stretch. You
infection.
had that battle.
And
Where'd you
then
find that last
for like a
3
couple
minutes of
days,
the
I
second
could
to
not
claim
run
the
my
victory?
foot until like I went to the doctor and he gave me like stronger medicine, so I was able to run. That really helped me through the race. Like instead of giving up mentally, just keep going.
Your foot was so swollen earlier in this week and you came back. Sometimes that's hard when you don't even know if you're going to be racing in a couple days. At what point did you kind of figure out I'm going to do this regardless of what? Like,
All right,
what it feels
folks.
like?
So if
I
you
think
have
it
a
was when,
raffle
like,
ticket, hold on to it.
I was like kind of sitting on my balcony. And I was
We're
like,
gonna do the raffle
either way,
drawing
I wanna
right
run this
after
race, give
the
it all my
conclusion of the meet,
best,
after the last mile
because
race.
I've
So in
been
about
training for so long
15
for
or
this race.
20
So I
minutes.
was
So
like, I'm
hang
gonna
on to
give
your raffle
everything I got,
tickets.
even if I can't
You're gonna
even
get some
run
cool
my foot,
bonus
just gonna keep
swag
going.
if you are the winner. So
And
just sit
here I
tight,
am today
and we'll do a
third,
drawing
so-
right after the boys' mile.
Awesome. Well, great work today. 6th grader Angelina Alder, younger sister of Lily Alder. What advice do you have for her mile coming up?
I think that she just needs to like stay in the first pack and like keep control, and then the last lap just like go for it. I think she can do
Awesome.
it.
Great work. Okay, Eliza Schwass, 4:47, breaking the meet record today. But in 2nd place by just a fraction of a second. Tell me, what kind of training have you done to get you to this place?
I've done a lot of speed training, tempo, a lot of combinations, so it really prepared me for this race.
Yeah. Well, going into 9th grade now, what kind of confidence does this give you going into 9th
It gives
grade?
me a lot of
Next we're gonna
confidence.
do
I can
the
run with the
awards
best of the
for
best
the
middle school
boys
girls, so
junior
now I
mile,
can
which
hang
we
with the
just
best
saw.
Michigan high schoolers as well.
Awesome.
Placing
Well,
third,
congratulations,
time of
Eliza.
4:25.
Thank you.
Brianna Reilly, 4:47, getting Paige Shepard's meet record here. Tell me about the race.
It was kind of hot, but I'm sometimes used to running in the heat. South Dakota is pretty gets hot or really cold. The weather's kind of unpredictable. I was just thankful that I was able to come here and God gave me the ability to run. And there was some great competition, so I was just trying to run and have fun.
It came right down to that very lean right at
So
the
bring
end.
them on, our boys
So close,
junior
photo
high
finish
school
at the end. What was going through your head right there at the end?
I was just trying to finish hard and just,
So I'm here with Brandon.
yeah, just kind of finish hard and just get this done.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you.
So meet record 420.73, so about 65 a lap. And that's what those green wave laps are set for. So they're going down about 66s right now. Good surface on North Carolina as they head through the opening quarter. He's 67.6 to 490. 466 through the quarter. State of Domont and Louisiana are hot on his heels, and there's Eli Troop. third place. So, pretty respectable opening clip. Luke Surface, the only 7th grader in the race. Every other runner in this one is an 8th grade or just finished 8th grade. The youngest runner in the field, leading the way right now, approaching halfway. So we come through 880 yards in around 212.5, so 425 pace. Surface still leading, and Domont Coffin from Idaho has moved up into 3rd. Sterling White is in 4th place, Californian. A little bit of an injection of pace, and you can see the field really strung out now with that pace increase down the back stretch on this 3rd lap. So it's Brayden Domont from Louisiana that's opened up this race. Hudson from Michigan has moved into 2nd. This race has been split wide open by the Louisiana runner on hit number 5. Let's see what that split was. That was a 64-6. And Brayden Domont has opened up a nice little gap. It's about 8 meters over Hudson The turn is about 8 meters ahead of Mocko Reinhardt, Kentucky in 3rd. These two have definitely got away from the rest of the pack now. So Domont with Dahl lurking back in 2nd place, about 3 or 4 strides back. Dahl looks like he's ready to pounce as Domont stumbles on the rail. Dahl trying to forge his way past. Can Domont hold him off? It's Domont and Dahl, Louisiana and Michigan slugging it out. It looks like the Louisianan has the strength to hold him off. And it's going to be 4:22, a personal best by some 5 seconds. 4:22.80 with a 63.8 close for the Louisiana lad. Hudson comes through to 2nd. PR for him also, 4:23.77. That's the PR for Mocko Reinhardt from Kentucky in 3rd place at 4:25.02. So all 3 of our podium places for the new personal records.
Tell me about as you transitioned to pro. What made the difference as you went up to that next level?
You know, each level I think is important to not push your body to the max. You know, now, you know, I run, you know, 65 miles a week, 70 miles a week, and I'm mainly focused on the small stuff, the gym work, the nutrition, the sleep, hygiene, all of it. That kind of, when you stack 12, 15 years in a row, then you're gonna end up being pretty good. So it's trying not to get too carried away with it too early.
Angie Alder, 3rd place overall in the Brooks PR mile with a 4:53, a big 4-second personal best from Nike Indoor Nationals where she won that. Angie, tell me about how the race went.
I felt like it felt pretty good. I probably could have made a few more tactical moves, but in all, it felt pretty good.
Okay, now you started off maybe 7th, 8th place, just keeping, you know, tabs on that front pack in striking position. Tell me about where you made your moves.
I started making my move after like the 3rd lap. So I started like making a move like when they started started to like go up ahead, and I kept with that front pack, just like my plan was. Maybe should have moved up a little bit earlier. Maybe I could have caught up with them, but it was a good move in the 3rd lap.
Okay, overall, how do you think? How was the result? How was the meet?
I think it was pretty good to show like my hard work pay off for like the months I've been training up for Brooks. Like a 4-second PR is like huge for the mile. I definitely think I can go faster, like 450 for NON, but it just helped me have like a confidence boost. Like I know those are 8th graders, and like I'm a 6th grader, so it's like 2-year difference, but it helped me go confidently into NON, saying like, oh, I got this, like I can maybe win this.
Awesome. Now, speaking of that, as a 6th grader, you just set the 6th grade national record. It was set just a few days earlier at Hoka Festival of Miles. A 6th grader went 4:55, but then you bettered that by 2 seconds. So tell me about that.
I definitely was in shock. I didn't really know until like you told me, but I was trying to like maybe get a PR. Like I wasn't really focusing on my PR. I was more focusing on like, I knew it was gonna be like a tactical race, just to go out, go strong, and get like maybe like top 3 to build more confidence going to NON for Oregon. So
Awesome. Now tell me about that, coming up to Nike Outdoor Nationals in Eugene, Oregon at historic Hayward Field, where University of Oregon is, and Prefontaine, so many others have run there, U.S. Olympic trials, great performances there. What does it mean to you run at Nike Outdoor Nationals?
it means a lot to see how far I've come from like being really young to like being like 12 years old, like being able to go under 5-minute mile when like in 3rd grade I was like barely getting under 6 minute. But the Oregon track I've heard is like really nice track, so I can guarantee that I can get maybe a PR there. And I'm also excited to go run on like the world's best track. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations on a great performance at Brooks PR, and good luck on this next meet coming up. All right, I'm here with Susan Hedengren. Tell me about how the meet went.
The meet went great. You know, I came in seated last, and I ended up placing 5th, and I got a 5-second PR, so I'd say it went really well.
Tell me about the race. You started off at a 73. You were in 18th place in the very back. Did that make you nervous?
No, not at all. I knew that these girls were going to go out fast, and I knew that if I stuck to a good pace that I knew I would be able to keep up for a full mile, then I could beat them.
76 on the 2nd lap, and then you started moving up. Tell me about how you moved up.
Well, I went around them and I went faster, and then I knew there was a gap between the chase pack and the front pack, and I knew that if I used some of the speed that I had left in, I could get up to the leaders.
Okay, coming down that last 200, I mean, you're still passing people. You passed 13 people to finish 5th place overall with a 4:57, new personal best, 5-second PR. Just tell me, coming in that last 200, what was going through your mind?
I would just wanted to kick it in and finish as fast as I could. I knew that I was probably going to get sub 5 minutes, and I was happy, and I was ready to rip that last 100.
Awesome. So tell me about what's coming up.
I have Nike Outdoor Nationals in about a week and a half-ish, and that's going to be fun because we'll see if I can get even a bigger PR.
Okay, that's going to be in Eugene, Oregon, in the historic Hayward Field, where Prefontaine ran. You have U.S. Olympic trials. So many events are held there, and the crowd is just amazing. What kind of energy do you get from the crowd?
I love when people are cheering for me. It gives me a boost of adrenaline, and it just makes me go faster. So I'm really excited to race at Hayward Field because it's like a big stadium with so many people cheering super loud, and I think I'm really going to feed off of that energy.
What does it mean to you to be racing with Angie and Oaklie, 2 teammates in that same race?
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. I love traveling with Angie to these big races, and so it'll be fun to go with Oaklie too. And I love seeing where Angie is in the race, or seeing where Oaklie is and knowing, oh, should I be up more? Should I be back a little further? So yeah, I love traveling with my teammates.
Thanks, Susan. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with Ashlyn. Ashlyn is one of our 7th grade runners going into 8th grade. And Ashlyn, you have a big goal coming up with a time trial. You're trying to break a 6-minute mile for the very first time. Tell me about some of that preparation you put into getting to this point.
So I've been doing lots of tempo work, lots of speed training, making sure I watch my nutrition, finding what's best for me before time trials and races and stuff.
Now, you just went to the BYU cross country camp, heard from Ed Icestone, probably Diljit Taylor, and others. What are some of the things you learned from BYU cross country camp?
Well, I learned lots of stuff, like when you're supposed to take protein after workouts, like the progression of miles you should do, stuff like that.
How to build in a smart way. What do you feel like? I mean, you started out when you first started with Roadrunners, maybe 8 minute, 8:30 mile, something like that, and then have brought it down, broke 7 minutes last year, and this year you're trying to break 6 minutes. So just tell me about that progression. Did you think you'd get to this point?
Probably, but when I first started, I thought I could get to this point. I didn't know when, but it's just all about the work.
All about the work and being consistent and doing it in a smart way. Well, that's great. Well, congratulations and good luck on the time trial. You're going to be going down to sea level with a family vacation, throw on the spikes, and your dad is going to pace you. Do you think he's going to be able to hang with you?
I think the plan is he either paces me for the first lap, then the third lap, or the second lap and last lap.
Awesome. Okay. Already faster than Dad. He's so proud of you. Well, congratulations, Ashlyn. Good luck this next week.
Thank you.
Here with Oaklie Rohatinsky, she has a 5:15 1600 meter coming into Nike Outdoor Nationals, seated at a 5:10 or 5:09 with the altitude conversion. Oaklie, tell me about your thoughts coming into Nike Outdoor Nationals.
I'm super excited. I'm really excited to race with girls like my age and to have some competition and race with Susan and Angie for one last time this season.
Oh, that's great. Now, you are a 7th grader going into 8th grade. What are some of your thoughts coming into your last year of middle school?
I mean, it's fun. I still want to be with Roadrunners. Like, that is super fun. That's a really cool program. But I'm excited to go into high school and race with just some older people so I can get pushed even more.
I love it. So tell me about your race strategy coming into Nike Outdoor Nationals.
My race strategy is probably just like sticking right behind Susan or Angie and just hitting my even splits. Like going out the actual pace I need to instead of going 5 seconds faster so that I can stay I can preserve my energy for the last laps.
I love it. What kind of prep work have you been putting in?
It's a lot. We've done so many workouts. I've been doing some workouts with Susan and Angie, which are super fun. We've been doing some speed work and some tempos, a lot of tempos recently, and that'll help me. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations and good luck on Nike Outdoor Nationals. I'm John Hedengren. I am the Roadrunner coach. I'm also a professor at Brigham Young University. Started the Roadrunner Junior Club when my daughter Jane was in 7th grade. There was no middle school program. So we started it up with 17 athletes and it's grown to, I think we have 400 athletes on the roster and about 100 that come regularly, many multi-sport athletes. Love working with these kids and so many hardworking athletes on the team. And it's just great, inspires me to see them at a young age, but doing it smarter and in terms of not the long distance, keep them to 20 to 25 miles a week, keep them just loving the sport, enjoying it, making great friends, pushing each other, but kind of tempering some of the expectations about the volume and other things like that, build them in a smart way. Also, we're working on a lot of technology with things like AI and machine learning to help guide the athletes in their strength development. For example, controllable pelvic drop is one of the leading causes of running injury is due to weak hip strength. That's often common in newer runners. So we work a lot on targeted hip strength and doing these AI form analysis to help target what individual runners need. So that's just a little bit about myself. I was an NCAA athlete. I ran between 95 and 2001 and just have loved the sport and what it's done for me. Want to give that to the next generation of runners.